So my name is Ryan Nyborg. I'm a software developer at General Motors. I've been here for about 3 years now, and I work in the Arizona Innovation Center in Chandler. So a little bit about our industry. So it is the auto industry. It's pretty competitive. I think it's one of the most exciting times to be in the auto industry, just with all of the new concepts coming out with electrification and autonomous vehicles. At least in IT, you definitely have to have a passion for software and either creating applications or reviewing processes, trying to make things better. I think GM is a great place to start your career because of the amount of new college hires that they've been hiring, especially recently. I'd say about half of our building are people that are fresh out of college, which makes it a little bit less intimidating because you have that group of people that you can relate to. I'm also the co-president of Jumpstart. Jumpstart is a resource group basically in GM for employees that have been at GM for 5 years or less. We really focus on trying to get them acclimated to the company and just providing an outlet as well. It's not just all about work projects, but fun things that we have. Like we have a social committee. We put on different events, like we had a movie showing. We typically have like a picnic once a year. Obviously that didn't happen last year, but we're looking forward to getting back to that and, having that great culture that we've had before. And I know that we can get back to it. My degree was in electrical and computer engineering. Actually, I didn't expect to start off my career in IT. A lot of the engineering courses, especially with senior design, that project that I had through Honeywell, we were creating a pressure sensor system. So I was working more on the hardware level in terms of that project. So going more towards the software side and building web clients and applications for end users within GM, I did not expect to go that route. It took a lot of learning for sure. It's different in computer engineering than computer science, for example. Computer science, you're in a lot of classes that have like about algorithms. In engineering, you're in classes about extensive amounts of math, extensive amounts of physics, chemistry, etc. So I think the best part of the degree is that I had a wide variety of content that I could learn, and I believe that just helped me stand out a little bit more just because of the amount of, well, the challenging curriculum as well. In terms of the work, if it relates to my degree, I would say yes and no. I worked on a couple applications in the manufacturing space. We built out an application in China, as well as other applications that impact GM facilities all around the world. So there's definitely a lot of opportunities within IT, and you really don't know where you're going to go necessarily, because you could be working in finance or manufacturing or pretty much anywhere. So the opportunities are pretty much endless in our space. We touch every part of the business. Within IT, it is pretty important to keep up with current trends, especially with the amount of technology that's changing pretty much every month, it seems. I focus more on back-end programming, but a lot of my colleagues that work on UI, for instance, they're having to modify code for their Angular frameworks basically every month or two because Angular keeps releasing a new version of itself. So I would say definitely keeping up with current trends, learning different programming languages so you can just have a well-rounded background in programming. The courses that I went through at U of A through engineering, we learned C at first, and that's a great way to get started. Now, the languages that we typically focus on here at GM are either C#.NET framework or Java. If you are able to create like an application on your own and put it on your local GitHub, that would definitely help you stand out for sure, because it'll show that you understand the language and that you're able to create things from scratch and really show an interest in it. Also, database skills are very helpful. I know that I did not take a database class in college, so being new to GM, they really stressed knowing SQL and being able to interact with databases. We use Microsoft SQL Server, and now we're going more into open source through Postgres. I would say first, networking is absolutely essential. it is so important to get your name out there and meet different people, especially either if it's in this industry. From my past experience at career fairs, we've had a lot of people in different engineering disciplines approach our booth. We in IT primarily focus, on software development. So we've had a lot of mechanical engineers approach our booth, and that necessarily isn't a perfect fit for IT, but we also have tried to, sway them over to the rest of GM because there are other opportunities in other parts of the company, not necessarily here in Arizona, but they're there. To note how I got my internship opportunity through, I met my colleague Dan, who helped kind of lead me into this internship opportunity. It's very rare, apparently, to get an internship at the Arizona building, but I had a great meeting with Dan right off the bat. And I would really attribute this to the student engagement and career development team because I had an opportunity to work there as an employer ambassador. And that opened up a whole ton of doors in terms of meeting recruiters and getting exposure to different companies. Yeah, so I'm originally from Chicago. I decided to go to the University of Arizona, one, because I kind of wanted to get out of the Midwest to, experience something different. It really helped me get out of my shell for sure. Being able to go on campus, I got a part-time job at Pinkberry, which is no longer there, unfortunately. But that was my first job, basically. I never had a job in high school. That helped me just get those much needed work experience skills. And going from there, then I just started branching out to different jobs, trying different things. And that's just on top of the engineering curriculum. Like I said before, the curriculum really did challenge me, especially with those physics and math classes. But I do not regret going the direction that I went and getting that degree. I think that it's helped me stand out for sure. And just having an engineering degree, you can pretty much do anything you want in the field, whether it be IT or some other area in engineering that you want to go to. It really does help open up a wide variety of doors.